Salmon cage. Let's see. Oh, maybe I could take cage. Inventory. I don't know what the wicker cage is supposed to do with it. Wait, where do they say? In the low passage. I had gone west. Let's see. It's now pitch dark. If you proceed, you will likely fall into a pit. Scan your memory banks for the dictionary of words to use in text adventure games. How can I respond with this in such a way that it will allow me to hold and light the lamp?
Gosh, what might you type if what you want to do is light the lamp?
That might work. It actually occurred to me when I said it. But
well, you know, actually playing these games with somebody else and talking to somebody else is really something that helps get your ideas going.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Your lamp is now on. You are in a room filled with debris washed in from the surface. A low, wide passage with cobbles becomes plugged. Oh. You made a CGI model of a cube representing the player going in, and they found a rod in a cage. Is there going to be a bird I encounter and have to catch in the cage?
Yeah, you remember that video. Yes.
That's all I remember.
Yes.
That's all I remember. All right,
yeah.
so.
I spoiled them a little bit a couple years ago.
I thought that it would be. I thought that I'd get lost in the cage hopelessly long before this ever happened. Let's see if it'll. All right. Magic word Xizzy. XYZZ. Fall. What do they call it? Canyon. Follow. Canyon. Awkward sloping east-west. Oh, so I've reached.
So what direction have you been going?
I've been going west. You're in a splendid chamber, 30 feet high. The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. An awkward canyon and a good passage exit from east to west.
It's actually a puzzle. Go ahead and type help, Peter. And there we go. You don't have to read all this stuff, but right here it says, the objects have side effects. For instance, the rod scares the bird. So the help file of this game gives you a hint for what you're supposed to do. But this was an early puzzle that previously, you know, the above ground part of this game where you're wandering in the forest is simply navigation. Now you're also navigating underground, but you're also manipulating objects as well.
Why the heck does the rod scare the bird?
Tell you what, I'll teach you how to make your own interactive fiction game, and you can make the perfect puzzle that does not have any of the inconsistencies that bother you. How's that sound?
Making a text adventure game sounds fun. So the good passage is west, so. An east passage ends here except for a small crack leading on. Rough stone steps lead down the pit.
It doesn't like offer.
It's merely pinning.
You know what? It stopped at feed bird. Dead parrot sketch. I'll show it to you sometime.
I hope I don't feed myself. Feed snake.
How about just feed snake? Just try that. Feed snake.
You know it's gonna kill me, right?
Do I?
Feed snake bird. Don't trust you. Alright. Feed snake meat. Excuse me? That was a waste of a bird.
It was, Peter, yes.
Do you know what happens? Is there a puzzle that requires the bird?
Yes, there is.
Maybe there will be another bird. Is there a start over button?
Type restart, see if that works.
This time I won't make this mistake.
11:25 at night. I got to get you to bed, kiddo. But what did you think from your first exposure, your first serious exposure to text games?
I think I had fun. I think I had slightly more fun with 905 than with Colossal Cave Adventure, although how short 905 was frustrated me. I suppose that's the price of, better understanding of what the player types in.
That's actually pretty insightful. Yeah, 905 is short. I think the programmer carefully tested and practiced more possibilities. Adventure, there are fewer words that it notices, but it takes longer to play. How likely are you to want to play 905 again anytime soon?
Maybe not, except to get myself arrested again or try to go up one of the other bridges,
Okay. How likely are you to want to play Adventure again sometime?
Definitely. I mean, I really want to get that bird back.
Okay.
I was thinking of committing suicide by getting eaten by the snake so that, it would be forced to restart for me.
Now there's something I want to show you. Okay. All right. This is a little animation that I made. Peter remembers another version of this. Here we have... I'll just show you what the map looks like. This is the map of the forest. And what are all those arrows for? Well, it's pretty obvious that this means if you go east from this room at end of road, you'll be what they call inside building. And remember when you followed the road, you were just basically going back and forth between these two items. Well, if you go north from this room, it actually dumps you down to this room. So, see this room right here? If you go west, it sends you back to the same room, and if you go south, it sends you back to the same room. So this is the room where you spent most of your time getting lost. You see the number of passages that point towards this room. You can get there from almost every room. This one, if you go east, it actually dumps you. Does it take you all the way underneath here? I think it does. And it dumps you here.
And you're stuck. There's no way to follow it back.
You can actually, from the forest, you can go down into the valley. And you really just guessed, but you're right. The north-south pass, the stream is basically running south. From this building here, it runs south down this way. But let's run it.
That dumping must be very frustrating.
So here we have Outside Great, and here's my little guy. We'll just play a little bit of this video. So here we are, Outside Great. I made my little icon go and pick up all the objects, and...
What's that supposed to be?
He's opening the crate. What do you think he is?
But there is a huge shadow.
I don't know what the shadow is. Who knows? Okay, so here we are below the grate. And you got a glimpse of the fact that the cave continues off in this direction. And we've only seen a tiny fragment of what the cave is like so far. Okay, so... Alright, well, Peter, I started you with 905 because I thought the fact that it recognized more verbs would keep your interest. Once you figured out how to play that game, you were very systematic when you approached Adventure. And I will be happy, Peter, to set you up with Adventure tomorrow or over the weekend. I'm going to ask my students to play it as well. And if you'd like, you can come to the course website and share your thoughts. And
will I have to type, or will I be able to record audio?
Sure, I can let you record an audio if you want.
Can we make like a mini series of these where you present me with different text adventure games and over different computer gaming lessons?
Okay, so EL250 students, are you smarter than an 11-year-old? See how you do on text adventure games. Say goodnight, Peter.
Good night. We'll see about you being smarter.